Okay, we're out here at Bayshore and West Knights Avenue where we had a vehicle versus pedestrian accident. We had a number of cars that were headed northbound on Bayshore. One of the cars struck a woman and a 2-year-old that was in a baby stroller. At this point I can confirm that the adult, who is the mother, has passed away. The 2-year-old is in very serious condition. They've both been transported to the hospital, but I'm here to report that the mother, and that's the relationship, it is the mother of the female, the toddler that was in the baby stroller. So we're still investigating. This is not a hit and run. Everybody who was involved, we're talking to them now. There are a number of witnesses, and the investigation continues.
There's not a crosswalk here, obviously. Can you give us an idea of what was happening that she's off the curb?
At this point, I've heard some speculation about what direction they were headed in, but you're right, there's not a crosswalk right here, so they were trying to cross the street, and I don't know the circumstances that they were hit. That's all being investigated right now.
Was that black Mustang the one that hit them?
I know that there's some damage to the Mustang. We're trying to sort it out. There are 2 cars that were talking to the driver and everyone who was in the car. There were also a number of witnesses and people who helped out when they saw that there were some serious injuries. So there were some people who really helped out in significant ways.
Drivers all teenagers?
I don't know that. And they appear to be young to me, but I don't know if they're teenagers. If they're 20 years old, they're not teenagers. They're young adults or teenagers, yeah.
Is speed a factor in this?
I don't know. That's definitely something that we're looking at. We've had some traffic control details out here because we've had some complaints about people speeding. That's an age-old problem. When we come out, people slow down. When we leave, sometimes they speed up. I don't know if that's a factor here, but that's something we're looking at.
How about even 2 cars next to each other like that, and if they are young drivers, even maybe racing each other?
I don't know. We're investigating that, yeah. It's definitely something we're looking at.
You brought up this road being dangerous, and there have been a lot of issues out here, and a lot of people have been asking for police to come out, for them to put in more crosswalks and flashing lights, things like that. I know that's something that is being worked on right now.
Yeah, what we can do with the Tampa Police Department is we can come out and we can write tickets. We make people mad. We write tickets all the time. We've done that quite a bit. In recent months, we've been out here quite a bit writing tickets. And like I said, I mean, when we're out here, people slow down. They see a police car, they slow down. But it's an ongoing problem.
Is it, do you think that this might be fuel for the fire for people who say, let's get it down to 1 lane, let's drop it to 35 miles an hour, let's widen the bike lanes?
I'm sure we're going to have all those discussions going forward, but again, I don't know if speed was a factor here. That's just the nature of the road. What's that? I don't know. I have the age of the child, which is 2 years old, and again, I think that's probably a toddler rather than a baby, but I don't have...
Girl?
I'm sorry?
That's a boy or a girl?
Boy, girl. Yeah, it's a 2-year-old girl.
Are they from here, especially now?
I believe so, yeah.
Came down to just use the...
I think so, just walking along the Bayshore, as so many people do.
Steve, would you say both drivers are cooperating? I know that one's in a police car.
Well, I know that they all stopped, and, you know, this was not a hit and run, so we were able to talk to everybody so we could sort it all out. I don't know what kind of discussions we're having with them at this point, but we know everyone who was involved, and we have a number of witnesses to talk to sort it out.
Steve, a couple of the witnesses I talked to were really shaken up. This is a horrific scene. How is it for for officers, when you guys come out to a scene like this, where you have a job to do, but it's also really hard to deal with?
Well, anytime you're dealing with somebody who's young like that, who gets injured, it has an effect. I mean, these detectives and these officers all have families, and so they feel what's going on, and I think a lot of people who come out here to Bayshore, I've talked to a number of people, and I think that you have too, they're all shocked to see something like that happen. So we're all hoping for the best, but I'm sorry, but we have some bad news that at least the mother who was walking the child has passed away.
Is speeding a problem on Bayshore?
Speeding has been a problem for a very long time on Bayshore, and as I said, we come out here and we write tickets, and it's effective in terms of stopping people when we're there, but it's been an ongoing issue. And I don't know if that's a factor here. That's part of the investigation. All righty.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
So we'll know more later. I mean,
yeah. Well, I hope that's
still news.
I hope that's